Turkish nationalism is a political ideology that promotes and glorifies the Turkish people as either a national, ethnic, or linguistic group. Variants. Ideologies associated with Turkish nationalism oscillate between pan-Turkism or Turanism, Neo-Ottomanism, with imperial ambitions derived from the Ottoman era, and Anatolianism, which considers the Turkish nation as a separate entity, which developed after the Ottoman conquest of Anatolia in the 11th century, and secular Kemalism. Turkish nationalism as a whole contrasts with the supranational ideology of pan-Islamism. Turanist nationalism began with the Turanian society founded in 1839, followed in 1908 with the Turkish society, which later expanded into the Turkish Hearth and eventually expanded to include ideologies such as pan-Turanism and pan-Turkism. The Young Turk Revolution, which overthrew Sultan Abdülhamid II, allowed Turkish nationalism into power, eventually leading to the three Pashas' control of the late Ottoman government. But Mustafa Kemal explicitly rejected the ideology of Turanism just as he rejected pan-Islamism. During the Turkish War of Independence, on December 1, 1921, Kemal stated, "We never established pan-Islamism. Perhaps we said we are establishing it and we shall complete it. Our enemies said, let us kill them before they complete it. We never established pan-Turanism. Perhaps we said we are establishing it and we shall complete it. Our enemies said, let us kill them before they complete it." Quote, "That is the whole problem. Instead of bringing pressure and resentment upon ourselves from our enemies, let us know our places." After the fall of the Ottoman Empire, Mustafa Kemal came to power. Ataturk now spoke positively about the pan-Turkish view, and he wanted to forge closer relationships with other Turkish states in Central Asia and the West. Ataturk introduced Hilerde Baranton's Sun language theory into Turkish political and educational circles in 1935. At the high point of attempts to cleanse the Turkish language of foreign influence, Turkish researchers at the time also came up with the idea that early Sumerians were Proto-Turks. Anatolianism takes as its starting point that the main source of Turkish culture should be Anatolia, and the main base of this thought is that the Turkish people had built a quite new civilization in Anatolia after 1071 when they won at the Battle of Manzikert. In the early Republican era, some intellectuals proposed that the origins of the Turkish nationalism should be sought in Anatolia, not in Turan. Hilmi Ziya Alkan, one of the founders of Anatolianism, was objecting to Neo-Ottomanism and pan-Islamism as well as to Turanism. Between 1918 and 1919 he published the periodical Anadolu with Risat K. In 1919 Alkan wrote a book titled Anadolu'nun Bugünkü Vazifeleri, but it was not published. In 1923, Alkan and his friends published the periodical Anadolu. They worked to form an alternative thought to Ottomanism, Islamism and Turanism, and they opposed the specificity of Turkish history traced origins outside of Anatolia. The conclusion was Memleketçilik. The tension between pan-Turkish and pan-Islamic Turkish nationalism persisted in modern Turkey. Following the 1980 Turkish coup d'etat, the compromise solution of a Turkish Islamic synthesis was declared the official state ideology. Criticism. Article 301 of the Turkish Penal Code, which is perceived as being contrary to notion of freedom of speech, states, "The person who publicly denigrates the Turkish nation, the Republic of Turkey, the Grand National Assembly of Turkey, the government of the Republic of Turkey and the judicial organs of the state, shall be punished with imprisonment of 6 months to 2 years, but also it can be only with permission of the Minister of Justice." However, it also states that expressions of thought intended to criticize shall not constitute a crime. There have been recent indications that Turkey may repeal or modify Article 301, after the embarrassment suffered by some high-profile cases. Nationalists within the judicial system, intent on derailing Turkey's full admission into the European Union, have used Article 301 to initiate trials against people like Nobel Prize-winning Turkish novelist Orhan Pamuk, the Turkish novelist Elif Shafak, and the late Hrant Dink for supporting the theories of the Armenian genocide. In May 2007, a law was put into effect allowing Turkey to block websites that are deemed insulting to Ataturk.